It's so easy to root for the OG3 nowadays, now that they have all left Kody and are no longer bankrolling Kody and Robyn's lifestyle. Christine and Janelle seem to have especially taken a stand for their kids, and that has certainly been refreshing to see. And that's not to say that Meri hasn't, it's just that Leon has been living independently for quite some time and hasn't had as many on-screen conflicts with Kody as their siblings from other mothers. We often talk about hindsight being 20/20 with this show, and I certainly suffer from recency bias where I sometimes forget just how much fucked up shit Meri, Janelle, and Christine either allowed to happen or participated in inflicting on their kids. I came across this recent post on Reddit called Blind Stupidity, and it is about the OG3. I wanted to react to this thread and some of the comments left by Sister Wives fans. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Okay, let's talk about this post titled Blind Stupidity. Spicy. The original poster wrote, "Doing another rewatch and I'm honestly flabbergasted at the actual stupidity of the OG wives throughout the years. They just stood by and literally let sobbin' Robyn weasel her way into controlling everyone and everything. It honestly pisses me off for their children." This is a hot topic. Let us just dive right in. On the one hand, from what we have seen of this lifestyle, we have seen just how much these women are conditioned to suppress their very natural human emotions in order to live this lifestyle. For Meri and Christine, this has been indoctrination since birth, and to some extent, Robyn too. Remember Meri's equivocation of her fertility struggles back in season 1?
We've had 20 years, just doing everything we could to try and have more kids. And everything checks out normal. All the doctors that I've seen have said, you have something we call unexplained infertility.
Why do it? Why stick it out 20 years?
I get a lot out of it. I get a big family and kids who love me. If I were to ever think of my family of 21 right now, down to just a family of 3, that would just be so empty.
This comment really broke my heart for Meri. Imagine struggling with fertility only to have to watch your husband pop out kid after kid with these 2 other fertile myrtles. That's so fucked up. Meri is grateful for this family of 21 and says that if it was just her, Kody, and Leon, she would feel empty. Oof. So we see here this perfect example of the conditioning that these women have gone through. That as opposed to being righteously pissed off that your husband is procreating with other women, you are grateful to have such a large family. I have yet to see a depiction of Mormon fundamental polygamy where the family actually practices what they preach with the whole the more the merrier, love should be multiplied, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I think the closest that we've come is the Winders from Seeking Sister Wife, and who knows what skeletons would have come out of that family's closet had they stayed on television longer. On the one hand, my heart aches for the indoctrination these women have gone through, to stamp down every natural inclination that they have to say, hey, this isn't right. In order to appease their husband and live this lifestyle, they've been conditioned to believe this is all righteous. But once the kid's best interest ends up getting bulldozed time and time again, it's like, at what point do we go from understanding to what the fuck to these women? And that was the gist of this Reddit thread. So one Redditor replied, maybe they learned to stay quiet because of this. And it's a screen grab from one of the one-on-one tell-alls where Kody literally says he would punch people in the mouth if they would talk badly about Robyn. We haven't been presented any evidence that Kody is physically abusive, but I wouldn't be surprised if reports surface that he actually has been. Gwen and Peyton have talked about some discipline tactics Kody has employed that I didn't like, but I would not be surprised at all if we learned it actually went beyond that. Here's a good example of what some may consider blind stupidity. This Redditor writes, Yeah, Janelle knew, but let Kody manipulate her anyway. She didn't like the idea of the Meri divorce and Robin marriage. She didn't like Meri, but she fundamentally trusted her as the head wife, to be fair. She didn't want to move from Las Vegas. She said no at first, but let herself be played. Meri was even willing to say no in solidarity with the other wives, but they let him manipulate him. And when Christine finally put her foot down about the one house idea, she got punished for it. And when she finally put her foot down about Isabel's surgery, he was cruel to Isabel. They knew if they didn't obey him, it would be scorched earth. And they tried as long as they could to comply, but it was a huge mistake. It's crazy that Meri and Janelle gave their money to Robin's down payment. So something that is definitely keeping me sucked in with the Browns is I am very invested in financial justice for Meri and Janelle. I really hope that we get to see a division of Coyote Pass, maybe a forced sale, so that Meri and Janelle can recoup some of their losses. All of these are such great examples, and there's another one that I hate to say it, but I kind of agree with. This Redditor writes, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Christine only has enough of Kody when he stopped being willing to give her the D. Literally every other issue wasn't cause enough to leave, not even missing Isabel's surgery. They were in a kind of survival mode, desperate for any scrap of attention to validate their husband actually desired them. They would have done whatever that man asked until they were dead as doornails, so long as he fulfilled his marital obligations. Robin couldn't stomach polygamy and sharing her husband, though, so Kody withdrew the D. And once Christine left, well, it's much easier to walk through a door that's already opened. To be fair, Christine has stated in interviews, and I think even on the show, that Isabel's surgery was the straw that broke the camel's back for her. She says that she had been considering leaving, but that was the final push she needed to put the wheels of divorce in motion. When Kody told her that he was sidelining her like Meri, she really was like, yeah, absolutely the fuck not. Get your hair product and books and get out of my house. It has always been really gross to me how Kody has used affection and intimacy as a way to control his wives, especially Christine. He even said at one point during one of the one-on-one tell-alls that he would kiss Christine and hold her hand, not because he loved her, but because that's what he was supposed to do as a husband. You know, the whole act versus performance of it all. Kody actually feels like he deserves accolades for the mistreatment that he has perpetrated on his wives and kids. And I think that that is what is one of the most astonishing things to me. Kody is responsible for the way he has treated his family, just like the OG3 are responsible for what could be perceived as blind stupidity. I even saw that Kody is back on Cameo doling out more lifestyle, relationship, and parenting tips. And it's like, dude, are you for real? The self-awareness is never going to set in with this guy. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Be sure to check out my second channel, Sarah Spills. A link for that will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, and X at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.